But you mentioned about things not to put into your body. So yeah, what are some of the things that we need to remove from our body food wise?
Everybody knows ultra processed food.
So
Oh,
when we say ultra processed food, I mean it's like a almost kind of becomes like a buzzword.
yeah.
How can you simply say what that is?
It's anything that's in a package that's been processed and have a ton of ingredients in it that you cannot pronounce, right?
Yeah.
Something that's on the shelf that's made to last for a long, long time, right? So, like processed sauces, salad dressings, chips and snacks, even things that you think are healthy, such as cereal bars and those type of things, right?
Yeah. When I think about it, it's really like the
Mhm.
number of fingers on your hand. 5 or less ingredients, a little bit processed, you can get away with, but you start getting into those things you can't pronounce, you gotta get away with it because then you start getting into all these excess sugars and the different kind of sugars, and that just really leads to that unclarity, the anxiety, the crashes, and impulse decisions.
Which a lot of people are suffering from, right? How many people say, oh, they have anxiety? And it's like, wait a minute, where did that come from? Or people have this impulsive desires to buy things or do things that's just like, it makes no sense, right? It's like all of that. And I always say it comes from the food.
Yeah, I love the way I operate. I like to sit back and look at trends.
Right.
And when you start to analyze stuff, and you can just go back 10 years, you can go back 20 years, you go back 30, 40 years when we were really young, and you realize that all this stuff wasn't there then. So there's something that's changed. So you look at what has changed, and the big thing is the foods that we do eat. And even like Gatorades and stuff like that, I mean, they're completely different because they have so much more chemical additives.
Yes.
And you start thinking about all the seed oils they
Yes.
came up with.
Yes. They disrupt everything, right? They disrupt your clarity, your mood, your mitochondria, everything, right? Your gut. It's like it just messes it up completely. And then everybody's wondering why they're so sick and toxic. And it's just like a natural direction.
Yeah. I think back, it wasn't like a lack of motivation because I tried.
All right.
So I don't think people need more motivation. They just need fewer disruptors in a sense.
Right. Right. So if they fuel the body properly, fuel the brain will get its nutrients and you will not be doing these things. That's just the way I look at it.
Yeah, I totally agree. So, okay, besides food, what else can we take out of our bodies and just allow us to have a little more clearer mind?
Well, people are not going to like this one, but it's that constant stimulation, right? Having
The
your
phones.
phone, having
Yeah.
that computer, having that tablet on your phone. We were watching some video and the girl said, I mean, she was in Asia and she said they asked her how many hours she spent on social media on her phone, and she said like 10 hours.
I mean, that is constant
Constant, right?
stimulation.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
Everything is just right there. They're doom scrolling. You're on social media. You get hooked in, right? And you're up there late at night on the phone, on your tablet, on your
Yeah.
computer screen. You're on the screen for work during the day or school during the day. In the evening, you say, I just want to unwind, and you go again doing it again.
Yeah.
So you that having that human connection one on one with people, family, friends, whatever, getting outside, getting sunlight, moving your body, all of that just goes out the window
Yeah.
because
There's no self awareness or mindfulness. And you think about the phone stress, when people say I'm stressed, the chronic stress, and there's good and bad stress. And it gets bad when it's chronically involved, you're not aware or you're not mindful of how to recover from it.
yeah.
Right. And so, in order to grow, you got to have some stress, whether it's muscles,
Yes.
mentally, you
Yes.
got to have the stress. That's just kind of life. But if you don't know how to recover and you never let that nervous system reset, that's when you can really start having some bad thoughts, anxiety,
Yes.
depression.
Yes. But also too, if you're constantly stimulated, right, and you don't have a chance to be bored, where do your ideas or inventions come from? Because if you're constantly being stimulated, you have no time to think about how can I make, I don't know, making a meal better, or how can I invent something to make my life easier, right?